On this week's episode of One Up Me, Borderlands 3 gets a release date, and Best Buy has some huge leaks. Enjoy the show.
Man, I'm tired.
Me too.
I'm ready to get out. I'm so ready to get out of school.
I'm honestly so ready to move because...
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not ready to move because I hate moving,
I agree.
but I am kind of ready to, figure out where we're going to move it. Actually, I'm ready to be moved, I guess would be the
Exactly.
correct term. But yeah, moving is obviously a pain in the butt.
Just ready for some
But
change.
yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of school right now. I've played almost no video games in 2 weeks. I'm just like exhausted. I've got a paper that I got to finish today, and then I have another paper I have to start on that's due Thursday, and that paper is 10 pages long.
I've worked more doubles this week just because they were like, hey, can you work? And I was like, I guess. And then I'm having to train 2 new people. One of them's really good, and one of them, I've seen a bag of lit trash do better work than this person can do.
A bag of just a big sack of Garbodor.
Yeah, a big sack of Garbodor.
That's him, right? That's the trash Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah. A big
Yeah.
trash of Garbodor on fire that would do better
He just
work.
doesn't want to be there.
No, she just doesn't want to be there. She also
doesn't wanna
believes
be
a
there?
bunch of other crazy. She runs around spouting nonsense and stuff. So I don't think all her crayons.
She's trying to
are
tell you
in
that the
box.
Earth is round,
Yes, she's trying to tell me the Earth is round, and also that
and did she? Wait, she didn't try to tell you that she didn't say we landed on the moon, did she?
that was also true. Those are much more polite things to say rather than what she actually said, which would open up cans.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, those are cans of worms that I will not open on this podcast because it's just they're very stupid.
And what podcast is that? It is episode 52 of One Up Me. Hope everybody is having a better week than we are. But welcome to the show. Yeah, but I'm still tired. I'm tired. But yeah, we do have some news for you at the top of the show. You hear about a Borderlands 3 may beginning crossplay, Jordan?
I heard that, and I'm okay with it. I like crossplay. It's really, in this day and age, some people have limited incomes, so it's cool to be able to be like, hey, I bought this on PC, you bought this on PS4, we can play together. That's awesome. You don't have to have
Yeah, especially this isn't going to be, or doesn't seem to be, like Overwatch or Call of Duty or something like that, like a competitive game.
Exactly.
Or you might get an advantage if you're playing on one system or another. This is like a co-op experience. And this could be good for us, actually, if we decide to play. I don't know if I will or not yet.
I was thinking about this on the drive home the other day. I'm like, we could all get it on PS4, or we could, some of us could get it on PC or what have you. I have thought about
if I
playing
get it,
this.
I'm going to get it on PC. But
Same.
I know we have friends that want to get it on PlayStation, so I was thinking that maybe if they get it on PlayStation and we get it on PC, we could still play it together.
Which would be great.
But this, just to kind of let this, this is a rumor, or it's not a rumor. It's let's see exactly what 2K said. It just says that it hasn't been confirmed, but 2K announced that crossplay could be possible. So keep your ears to the ground. Maybe that'll be a thing. Obviously, crossplay has kind of been pretty big in the news over the last year or so. And, I don't see why it would hurt anything, especially in a game like this.
Exactly. And if anything, I honestly could see it driving sales up if there was crossplay. But this game's
I don't
already...
think it's gonna be. I don't think it would hurt sales, no.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
way.
Yeah, this game's already going to sell bukus of copies. I mean, people are super excited for this game, and they seem to be doing a wonderful job with it. It looks exactly like Borderlands, and I heard
Did
this...
you watch we talked about this, the reveal trailer. You didn't watch it, man.
No.
Or not the reveal trailer, but the event. Man, that was really weird. It was really, really weird.
I heard some...
it was a mess.
I heard some thoughts on it, and that's what I've heard. It's definitely been a mess. Man, what's also been a mess is Apex Legends, which I haven't played this week, but I've heard that something they did was making people's accounts go back to day one, just reset.
Yeah, their newest update, and this has been fixed. Also, although I don't know if they got all your stuff back or not, but they was like reverting all your stuff back to level 1, and you were losing your items and stuff. Like I said, though they fixed it, but man, what a mess that was.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was because I have my Twitter set up to when Apex tweets, I get notifications just so I stay in the loop about different things, and they were just like tweet, and I was like, what is happening? And they're like, we're fixing it, we're trying to fix it, we fixed it. Oh my gosh, we didn't fix it. And it's like, what is happening? And then I read some of the tweets and stuff. People were like, people were going ballistic on Twitter. And I get it.
I'm sure some people spent a lot of money that I didn't even. I don't think I even updated it. Yeah,
I haven't either.
Unless updated it automatically.
So yeah, I haven't even touched it in this week at all. So.
No, neither have I. Although, did you see all this? These cheaters, because obviously Apex is a pretty big cheater problem. But a lot of these cheaters like IP have been not hacked, but
banned.
They can't if they start a new account, it'll be immediately banned.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh man, I just had the program installed on my computer. I wasn't actually using it." That sounds real plausible.
It's like, I get that you guys want to cheat, but just practice. Just get mediocre at the game and have fun. Unless you're a professional, don't sweat it. It's just a video game. I get that it gets.
I've just never understood. There's no satisfaction from cheating. Really, I mean that's super cliched, I guess, but why? What? I don't understand what people get out of hacking the game or using an aimbot or something, because you're not doing anything.
Exactly, you're
not even making the hack. You're buying it from someone. So I just don't understand.
And I get the whole, if you're into programming and different stuff like that, and you do the hack, you actually build the hack, clickety-clacking on your computer keyboard, and you build the hack.
Don't do that. Don't make hack. I mean, no.
I'm not saying they should make hacks to give them to people. I'm saying if they make hacks to practice their coding, that's sure, why not? But don't do it just to hack the game just because you don't want to practice the game to get better, is what I'm saying. If that made sense. I hope it made sense. It probably.
I'm fixing my mic. My mic is.
It's acting up again?
I've almost got it.
We're just going to get you some duct tape and just duct tape the mic to your chest.
Just all the time, not even during the podcast.
Oh no, just during the podcast. We take it off when when we're not podcasting. So,
Jordan, you're excited about Cyberpunk. You excited about the CD Projekt Red store?
I saw that, and I'm glad they didn't tweet this during April Fools because April Fools. It's funny when I was in elementary school, and now it's just annoying.
It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah, so they CD Projekt Red tweeted out. We've been waiting for April Fools to be over to share with you good news. We're opening a CD Projekt Red store in the following weeks. Keep your eyes open for an update. Merchandise store. More info coming soon. Because everyone was like, oh my gosh, they're opening their own game store. They're going to battle Epic. They're going to battle Steam. And they're like, whoa. It's just merch. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, when I first saw this, it was kind of weird because I guess for one, I assumed they already had one.
Yeah.
And I also thought it said at first, I thought it was saying store for games, and I thought that was weird because they already have GOG.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this is just merchandise, shirts and whatnot.
Yeah, I am excited. I'll check it out. They have some Cyberpunk merch out already being sold, I'm pretty sure through the actual Cyberpunk website. But I haven't picked any of it up because none of it's just ooh, I need this in my life. And also, there will always be more stuff, is what I've learned, If they're limited edition, blah, 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 there will always be more stuff.
Oh, man, you got to pick it up if it's limited edition.
Or special edition. Or if they use the word
Ultimate Edition,
or collectors, if they use any word in front of edition, it's gonna be special. So, man, but I've been playing Persona 4 Golden.
You still enjoying that? You still liking that?
Yes, it's the best game I've played this week. I got to play a lot earlier in the week, and not so much later in the week because my weeks are way different than most people's. Because my weeks are like Wednesday of one week to Tuesday of the next week, because that's just how my restaurant does work periods, which is really weird. So yeah.
How have you been playing? Yeah, oh my gosh.
I understand what you're trying to ask me. I'm like 5 hours in. I just saved Chi, and Chie, and I was gonna go back and save whatever her name is.
No, I mean, how have you been playing? Are you playing before you go to bed?
Oh yeah, I've actually just been playing like when I wake up, or like through the middle of the day, because I want to be focused on it. I don't want to like play as I'm falling asleep. But the other day, I woke up, I had some time, or I went to work in the morning, and then came home, and I had had the rest of the day off. So I just sat down, played it until my PS Vita was like, "Hey, I'm dying. Give me some juice." And then just plugged it in and just played it some more, and it was just like, I was like, "Man, this is great," because it's like a light novel and an anime just mixed together with really good gameplay.
You call that an RPG?
Exactly, yeah.
It's an RPG. I don't know if it's a light novel.
The word you're looking for is RPG. Yeah, it's really good. And I hate that I've waited this long to play it, but I'm grateful that the technology is still out there and the game's still out there for me to pick up and be able to play. So it's
great. I've played it a little bit this week. I've basically actually only played PS Vita this week. Really, I played what's the name of that game? I played Geometry Wars. That's a great game.
I like that game.
And I played this game called Race the Sun, which it's kind of like an endless runner, except you're in like a ship. That's really fun too. I still have a bunch of games on my Vita from me having it years ago, but since I sold my Vita like 2 years ago, I had a bunch of games that I haven't played in a long time.
Yeah. So I still can't get past, with my week being crazy the way it's been, I still can't get past that stupid red-eye troll dude in Sekiro, and it frustrates me to the point.
I was gonna ask how that's going.
It's going bad because I know exactly how to beat him. It's just that
with your sword.
Yes, exactly. With the sword, and I even figured out a way you can sneak up behind him and take half his health. But it's just like I don't know. Like in my head.
Are you talking about the dude that's tied up?
Yes.
I thought you got past
him.
No,
I'm still on him. Yeah, it's rough, and it's not to the point.
You need to go. But did you get the fire item?
Yeah. I just need.
You got the fire item and you still can't beat him.
Yeah, I need to go back and farm those little, like, the money or whatever, so I can get the little notes so I can use the fire to kill him.
Oh yeah, you need to actually. I mean, I didn't get it, but that's because I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of had to brute force my way through him.
So I'm learning more and more about the game, and it's not frustrating me to the point of I don't want to play it. It's just frustrating me to the point because I know exactly how to beat them, and I can't. And it's just
I mean, it is not an easy game by any means. I played it a little bit this week as well, and I've furthered my progress too. I still haven't gotten to the first boss though, which I feel like it's right around the corner though.
Same.
But it is a very hard game. In some ways, it's the hardest FromSoft game that I've played. Have you heard some of these people talking about an easy mode?
Yeah.
Or that they want an easy mode? Or
yeah, I've heard.
That there should be an easy mode?
Yeah, I've heard whispers of it and stuff, and I get where they're coming from, because.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
So, for someone that's never played any From Software game and just heard through people's experiences or watched people play other From Software games, I think this is probably the hardest game that has combat that I've ever played in my life. Just because there's just something about it. Like, if it doesn't click for you, it takes a while to click. Like now I've kind of gotten, I haven't mastered the parry, but I understand it more. I understand, like the timing with the actual animation speed and different stuff like that. and how, dodging and running and how to unlock and lock onto different characters and stuff. So I get why people would want an easy mode, because coming from me, there's been a couple times where I was like, this is a normal enemy. How did he kill me? I got killed by a normal enemy, and you kind of get like, you can feel your heart racing a little more, and you kind of get like, nah, I'm better than this. And you start thinking like, okay, if this was real life, I might be able to survive the situation. Like, I would kill them. It's me or them. It's going to be me. But, it sends you in a lot of different places in your head. And so I get why they want an easy mode. I do not think there should be an easy mode, because then the game wouldn't be what it's supposed to be. I've also seen reports of people using hacks and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw like mods and stuff. I think maybe to try to get an easy mode on PC. Is that what you're talking about?
And it's just like, why? They spent so much time into making this game into the beast that it is. Just play it.
I know some people have been talking about accessibility, but I really do think that the game loses something at its core if it gets an easier difficulty, even if it's optional. First of all, I do not think anybody should try to force From Software to put an easy mode in this game.
No, not at all.
It's their game. They can make it how they want. They can make any game that they want.
I will say that
that's not up to us.
But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like it loses something. I think it really does. And if they want to put an easy mode in it, that's fine. That's their prerogative. Obviously, Celeste was an incredibly difficult game that had like an easy mode. But that was their decision to put that in there, right? But if you play it on easy, I just don't understand people who played that on easy mode or the assist mode or whatever it was called. I struggled with that game, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think I lost anything. In fact, I feel like I gained something from putting my all into it and really getting better. Not every game is for everybody.
Exactly. And there's been a couple times where I was like, maybe Sekiro is not for me. And then I think about it and I was like, no, like it is for me. I love the art style. Samurais are really cool. There's literally nothing that's turning this game off for me other than the fact of I've just never played a game like it, and I just have to change the way that I'm going about it. I have to play it the way that it was designed to be played and just respect it as an art form and the way it is. And just kind of, sometimes you can't just attack things head on. You have to just die a couple times and figure it out.
Yeah.
So
what is this? Please don't touch anything. What is
so
that?
Please Don't Touch Anything is a game that I played on Nintendo Switch. I bought it because it was like, I don't know, less than $1. It was on sale when Nintendo was having one of their sales. It's an indie game, and from what I can tell, I've only played like maybe 30 minutes of it, and I love it. From what I can tell, you're in a bunker, and this guy's like, hey, can you watch my post for me? I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then he just shuts the door, and you're sitting at this desk, and you can look around, and all you can do is you can look around with the analog stick, and you can push the A button, and you can zoom in. But that's it. So there's a button on the middle of the desk, and you push it, and then another panel comes up, and you can either flip the switch or you can not flip the switch. And if you flip the switch, like a nuke goes off, and then you got to start the level over. So it's like a puzzle game. So you got to hit the button in the middle, and you have to do something else, and then like the puzzle becomes increasingly more difficult. Like, okay, enter this code. Okay, this is Morse code. Okay, here's this black light, and then it's gotten really interesting. And I realized, like, into playing it more and more, I got to this point and I was like, dang it, I need to write this stuff down, like the sequence, because I was having to remember, okay, push this button, enter this code, okay, flip this switch this way, not that way, because that'll give me the wrong panel I need, and then enter this code, and then I'd enter the wrong code, and it would, like, the nuke would go off, and then I guess they would end the world. I don't really know. Maybe it's all like a test. Maybe it's not actually attached to a nuke and you're not actually ending the world. But it's a really interesting game, and it was really fun to play. And so I could see myself just going back and playing it over and over because I haven't beaten it yet. It's a puzzle game, and so you got to figure out the sequence in which you have to enter, like push the buttons to get different panels to come up. I guess to get out of the room. Maybe I'm not really sure. I didn't really look anything up about it. It just looked like a fun game. Oh, correction. I did look up something about it. It's about an hour of gameplay is what you're supposed to get out of it. An hour to play it and beat it and go on. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll try it out. But it's a load of fun. So if you have a Switch, check out Please Don't Touch Anything. It's a really interesting puzzle game.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It looks interesting. It looks like there's a picture of Bender in it.
He does kind of look like Bender. It's yeah, but it's really interesting.
No, this is Bender, like straight up.
Yeah, I guess it didn't.
There's a picture of a robot on the wall that says "Kill all humans," and there's a picture of Bender.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I guess it is Bender.
Maybe you just haven't gotten to that because it looks like you get more posters.
Maybe, yeah.
As the game goes along.
I think
I'm just looking on Google Images.
I think those are achievements you get because I got one for. Okay. I think the first time I blew up the nuke, it like gave me a little sticker or something to put on the wall. So it's a really interesting game. I like it a lot. It's definitely seems like one of those like just sit down and play and kind of just try to figure it out. I forgot how much I like interesting puzzles like that. So I went through and played some more Ape Out as well this week, and I got to the second level of that. And man, now there's like dudes with like grenade darts, and it's like they're shooting grenades at you, and there's like tranq darts and stuff, and it's getting more difficult, but I like it. It still has the really cool watercolor style and the really awesome jazz, and I'm really enjoying that.
I need to play more video games. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about like it's kind of sad how little I've played in the last couple of weeks.
This was honestly all these games were played in 1 or 2 days. So like the rest of the week, I didn't have time. Well, correction, I did have time, but just not enough time to, like, I didn't want to play Sekiro before I went to work or between jobs because I knew I'd be frustrated, and I didn't want to go into work frustrated. And I knew I couldn't pick up Persona because then I'd be like, yeah, I'm not coming to work today because I'm invested in this story.
This is my new life.
Sort of a thing. And
every day's great at your Junes.
That's right. Every day is great at your Junes. Yeah. So some of these things, it was just like a time investment thing. It was like a pros and cons. Like, do I have time to invest in this game right now? Like, will there be a save point? Like, do I have time to actually play this game? I did jump into a Blackout match, not the new Blackout stuff.
I kind of want to play that again. Just you go ahead. Sorry.
So I tried it.
Just thinking out loud.
It's okay. I do that all the time. So I played it, and man, is it slow. Apex has spoiled me with how the game is. But I will say that, lowering your sensitivity, it helped me. But I was like, I'm going to go loot this store. And
And you're playing that on PS4, right?
Correct, yeah.
Although I heard that they are having I think they're having another free play thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Like you can download it and play it for free for like a limited time again.
I might have to do that again because I definitely much more enjoyed it. Played it on PC. So I was like, I'm gonna go loot this store. I'm doing pretty well. Got some guns and stuff. Got some bandages, and like I almost get to the door of the store, and I hear this. That was supposed to be a 4-wheeler sound, but I can't do a 4-wheeler sound for some reason this morning. Yeah, and so the guy comes over the hill and he gets off the 4-wheeler and looks at me. I look at him, and we both aim at each other, and he's just like, I'm like, okay, yeah, you got me. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna.
Did it teabag you?
No, I think he just ran over my body with the 4-wheeler and kept going.
That's good. That's a sign of respect.
It is. And then, as I've said, my week has kind of been just smoothified together, so I don't remember when I watched some anime, but I finished 7 Deadly Sins.
Nice.
And I watched the movie. So.
Oh, the 7 Deadly Sins movie?
Yep.
How was that?
I liked it a lot.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, it takes place after season 2, season 3, whatever you want to call it. So there is going to be a next season. I did debate on buying all the mangas because half of them are, I'd say like more than half of them are free on Comixology, and then the other half.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
I've been reading more comic books in, like the last week too. That's one thing. I've watched TV and I've read comics because I can just do that and I don't have to sit down for hours and hours.
Exactly.
I can watch TV obviously while I'm doing something else, but I can't really do that with video games.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I thought about buying that. So I did. There's like a borrow feature. It's like downloading, but on Comixology. So I got a whole bunch of those, but I still need to go back and get probably, I'd say 30 or 40 issues, but they come in volumes, so I could just buy those. And I think the sale is still going on, so I might go get that and read up on the manga because it got to the point where I was just like, okay, I need to know what happens. Like, I know there's going to be another season, and there's probably going to be another movie. None of that's confirmed, but I need to know what happens in the story. Like, I'm super interested in that. And what else did I watch? Maybe there was another anime I watched. Maybe there wasn't. I can't remember.
There's no way to know. I also watched some television, like I said. I started and watched, actually, in the same night, this show called Over the Garden Wall. It's a Cartoon Network original. It was on Hulu. It came out a few years ago now, I think. I've been wanting to watch it. There are just 10 episodes of 10 minutes apiece. And it's really, really good. It's kind of like a fairy tale, but it's very strange.
Huh, okay. So
I definitely highly recommend it. It's very, very good.
I remember what the other one was. I finished Genlock.
Oh, yeah, I saw you tweet about that.
On Verve. I'd recommend that. If you have Verve, check out Genlock. And if you don't have Verve, you should definitely get Verve. This isn't sponsored. It's just the best streaming service out there, in my opinion, because it has literally something for everybody.
It's definitely the best, like, cartoon streaming service.
Exactly.
It has anime, it has Ruby, it has Genlock, it has some Cartoon Network stuff.
Nick Splat, it has everything.
Nick Splat, it's definitely really good. I would consider it, like, you need Netflix, you need Hulu, and you need Verve.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would say. And then I also watch Megalobox, which is a boxing anime on Verve.
I've heard that's good.
It's really good. It's got a very I think it's 13 episodes.
Okay, not bad.
It's got a very 90s inspired art style, so it's very, very cool.
Okay, nice.
Highly recommend that. And then last night I watched Shazam.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was really good. DC is, I guess, three out of the last 4, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam, I've actually really, really enjoyed, and it's nice to see them kind of get back on track, or get on track to begin with. I don't know if they were ever on track.
That'd be a cool team up. Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam. I'd like to see that.
The new trilogy.
That's right.
Oh, the new trilogy? No, that's not that word.
The new, I think trilogy. That's what, yeah, sure. Trinity.
Why not?
Why not?
But yeah, it's really good. Very fun.
Okay.
Feels like, even when he is Shazam, he still feels like a kid. I think it's got good acting. It's got a lot of humor, really good humor.
Okay, nice.
So I definitely recommend that movie.
I'll have to check that out.
What's that?
I said I'll have to check that out. I was going to go see it, but I was like, oh yeah, I have to work when this comes out. I probably shouldn't see Shazam when I'm supposed to be at work. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd see it over going to work and risk getting fired.
Exactly.
But I would definitely recommend it. I'd say it's about as good as Wonder Woman and Aquaman, so I guess that's my 2 cents on that.
Cool. So we got some new games coming out for y'all this week. We have Darksiders War Mastered Edition for Switch.
But you like that name?
It is almost a tongue twister. Almost.
It's like it's War Mastered WAR for those of you I almost said for those of you listening, but that would be everyone. I like this. I don't know if I actually like it or not, but they have this War Mastered, and then there was one recently that was remastered, and the game was like based on or happened on Mars.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's some goofiness to that, but that's gonna be on Switch. Also, the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy should be out on PS4 and Switch. You ever play these games?
No.
Yeah.
it is on my list.
I think you'd like them. They're kind of visual novel-esque.
All I know is objection. So
Objection! Yeah, that's a very popular meme. I feel like that was one of the first big memes.
yeah, so I have thought about picking them on Switch. I've talked about it before on the show. So I'll probably pick them up in the future. Not anytime soon, but just have them as a backlog of I need
I
something.
played I think there's an iPad game as well that I played.
That sounds like something that would be on iPad. So, and then the last one we have the new Blackout map, Alcatraz. So if you have Call of Duty and you wanted a new map, here you go. Apparently it's really good though.
Yeah, I don't know if this is available. It came to PS. It's already out on PS4.
Yeah, I had a friend that played it, and he said it's pretty cool. So if you don't know, Alcatraz is a prison, and it's on an island, and it's supposed to be
I cannot imagine anybody not knowing what Alcatraz is.
I mean, maybe if they don't live in the
I
U.S.
mean, you never know. There are people who don't know a lot of things.
That's true. So if you're not in the U.S., actually, my bad. Alcatraz is not. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jordan! What do you?
Sorry,
I need you to
I'm having a.
finish that sentence. I need to know if you know what Alcatraz is. Jordan.
I know what Alcatraz is, but you don't want to know. I was gonna say that Alcatraz is in the United States, but it's not.
Yes, Jordan, it is.
Oh crap!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm so glad this isn't a history
You know what Alcatraz
podcast.
is? Well, this is the last episode.
Oh my gosh!
Alcatraz is an island off the coast of San Francisco, Jordan.
I read that in the article, but part of me was like, that's not true.
They're trying to trick
They're
me.
trying to trick. I was like, San Francisco does not need a prison on an island. Like,
It was defunct a long time ago.
that also makes more sense.
So, I guess you learn something new every day.
That's true. In my head, I was thinking, why would America have its own
Would
Guantanamo?
America have a prison?
No, why would America have its own Guantanamo Bay? Is what I was thinking. Like, I mean,
I don't.
there's
Do I
bad.
have to.
No, it's okay.
Oh my god.
You've done enough correcting of me today, sir.
It's actually incredible that you. Oh my god.
It's been a long week, okay, man. I would.
Alcatraz isn't. That's funny. That's funny.
It's like Alcatraz.
I'm sure there's something that everyone thinks like that they, something that obvious that everyone doesn't know.
That's-
you know what I mean.
That's true. It's like, where's Alcatraz? It's not in America. It's like, no, it is in
I
America.
don't know where it is, but I can tell you right now, it's not in America.
It's like, no, it actually is in
But
America.
it is in Blackout. I'm like I said, I'm not sure if it's on Xbox or PC yet, but it is on PS4 as we speak. Let's move on to some more news, though. First up, it seems that, at least according to Variety, Valve might actually be trying to make Artifact good.
Man, I love Valve. I really do. But this, they gave some quotes to Variety, and they're just not doing it for me. They said, moving forward, we'll be heads down, focused on addressing these larger issues instead of shipping updates. Continuing the quote, while we accept this process of experimentation and development to take a significant amount of time, we're excited to tackle this challenge and we'll get back to you as soon as we're ready. End quote. That didn't make me feel good as a gamer. Why didn't you just make sure the game was ready before you released it?
I never really understood the big, huge problem with the game. I know that the economy, I guess, is kind of broken. I think you can get like a full set of cards for like $60, so that's obviously not good. That speaks to how, I guess, the economy is broken and they've lost so many players. I like the game. I think it is a good game. I really do.
So,
But like me and Jordan started playing, and then literally within a week, no one was playing anymore.
Exactly.
So who are we gonna play with? Who am I gonna play with?
Yeah.
You know?
Apparently, Valve didn't think the game designer Richard Garfield did a good job either because he was laid off.
I think he quit.
Maybe. He said at the time he wasn't surprised by the layoff given how, quote, rocky the game's launch was.
Did he really? Was he fired?
Yeah.
I thought he left.
He was laid off as part of a downsizing effort at the company.
Yeah, I was thinking he was just came in to like kind of design the game, but I mean it would make sense that you would want one of your him to stay on though to kind of not just build the boat but also sail it.
Exactly. So Valve they continued saying, quote, "It's become clear that there are deep-rooted issues with the game and that our original update strategy of releasing new features and cards would be insufficient to address them." Continue in the quote, "Instead, we believe that the correct course of action is to take larger steps to re-examine the decisions we've made along the way regarding game design, the economy, the social experiment of playing, and more," end quote. So
I mean, I think it is. I think it's good that they are gonna try to support the game. I would love to see this game make a resurgence like Rainbow Six Siege or something.
exactly.
I think the game mechanics and it looks great. I would love to be able to play this game and actually find people to play with.
Exactly. And if anyone could do it, Valve can. I mean, it's not like they're wasting their time making Half-Life 3. So, I mean, they have time and they have the money. And at least they're being transparent with us about it. And they're not just like,
they're admitting they made a mistake, yeah.
Exactly, which is good. Like, I love and respect Valve. They do a lot of great things. They're very open with us as a community. And,
maybe I would hate to see their first game in years kind of just fade away to nothing.
Exactly, which
especially when it's this, I really do think it's a good game.
It is. And I've had ups and downs with digital card games. For me, it's all about the community. It's all about
I want to find a digital card game to play.
Same.
But I just haven't really been. I like Gwent is probably the one I played the most. And I really do like that game.
Gwent is beautiful.
But I haven't even played that in a while. So yeah, I would love to play this to play Artifact.
Exactly. I agree. So apparently, according to cogconnected.com,
I have never heard of this website before.
This is the only good article I can find about this at the moment in time. So apparently Monolith Soft is making another Legend of Zelda game. So
they made the Xenoblade Chronicles games, for those of you wondering.
Yeah.
Some of the games they made. I think they also made some other Zelda games, actually.
So if you look on their website, which for some reason Google Chrome would not translate into English for me, and I'm not going to try to explain what these...
You gotta learn how to read, what is it, Japanese?
Yeah, I'm not going to try to do that again. I've tried, and I just can't. My mind...
I tried.
I wanted to...
It sounds like a nightmare. I can barely speak any Spanish, and I've taken multiple Spanish classes.
Well,
that's basically the same alphabet. So
exactly,
learning like a whole new alphabet sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I wanted to learn Japanese so I could just watch anime without subtitles.
I wanted to learn Japanese, but so if I ever go to Japan, oh crap, like in some kind of a video game media thing, I would be able to understand. Like have an advantage, I guess,
Exactly.
I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm just gonna go learn Spanish.
There you go.
I was putting quotes. I don't know. Is that the sounds quotes make?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like sarcastic.
I'd say yes. I'm gonna learn Spanish. So apparently, they're gonna be making a Legend of Zelda game according to some job postings. Monolith Soft is no stranger to the Legend of Zelda series. They actually made a couple of them. So they did...
Okay, yeah, I thought they did.
They did Skyward Sword and the, quote, best Zelda game ever, according to some people. I haven't played it, so I can't speak on it. Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you haven't played Breath of the Wild?
Nope. And I don't...
I'll let you borrow it sometime.
Okay. It's one of those things that I'm like... People are like, you haven't played Breath of the Wild? I'm like, I am not going to die. I am not going to decease if I do not play Breath of the Wild. It's fine. It's
It's pretty good. It's not my favorite Zelda game, but it's pretty good.
So
it's worth playing.
That's what I've heard. So some people are like, are they just gonna be? They're gonna make another Breath of the Wild? That's impossible. They probably can't do it. So I think
I could definitely see them making a new one. I don't want them to make another Breath of the Wild, but I think they could.
exactly. So that's really it. They just kind of put a job listing out for it on their website. If you want to check it out, you can check out their official website. It's linked in this article. And when you open it, it has a bunch of Japanese words and it has swords and something about a mid-career, and you can click on it and then it takes you to, I guess, a job application and stuff. So, if you know Japanese and you want to help work on the new Legend of Zelda game, you can. So
Yeah, obviously, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is being remade in that super adorable style, and then we got that Cadence of Hyrule coming out. So this could be yet another Zelda game to look forward to. I'm a really big fan of Zelda games. As you know, that's a huge hot take. I know Zelda games are good, but I would love to see a new one, especially if it's kind of weird. I think Zelda is able to. You don't want to completely remake it, but it's able to veer off in very strange directions, which I like.
Exactly.
That's like that. Like some of my favorite Mario games are like I love Sunshine, and that's obviously not.
Oh man, such
exactly
a good game.
Traditional. It's a little off kilter. So yeah, I would love to see. But another Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it would be weird. I don't know. I think it might be weird to have two of those back to back.
Yeah, I would agree. So, what do you think about this Sega Genesis Mini?
I never had a Genesis, so this doesn't really mean a lot to me.
I also never had a Genesis. This is going to be $80, and it's going to come out September 19th, 2019. So you might be wondering, what exactly is this? So coming from the official Genesis Mini Sega website, it's a miniature Sega Genesis replica. It includes 40 legendary games. It's ready to plug and play, according to the website. So
yeah, Echo the Dolphin. Oh man.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever did you ever play Echo the Dolphin?
Nope, I didn't. Have you? Is it good?
It's kind of terrifying. I think it's the ending level. You fight like this weird alien thing, and you knock parts of its head off.
Whoa.
It's weirdly disturbing.
It's a dolphin game?
It's called Echo the Dolphin.
Well, okay. I mean, I guess you wouldn't play a whale or something. I guess that makes sense.
No, that would no.
So
that would be terrible.
I'm thinking about picking this up. Honestly, it looks like something.
I'm not gonna pick it up. I mean, I would definitely at least wait until the rest of the games. Some of the other games it's shown is Castlevania Bloodlines, Space. I've never heard of this game. Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Toe Jam and Earl, Comics Zone, Altered Beast, Gunstar Heroes, and the original Sonic the Hedgehog. So obviously some classics on there. Sonic is probably the one that most people know of. So I would keep my eye on it, but it says okay. I was wondering if it said when it comes out. It says September the 19th of this year.
That's correct.
So if you're a Sega Genesis fan or if you've never got one, I guess keep your eye out. It says you can pre-order them today on Amazon, GameStop, Walmart, Best Buy, EV Games, I guess you're in a country that still exists in, or VGP.ca. I don't know if I'd go to that one.
It's some kind of Canadian website. So the package includes a Genesis mini console, 2 wired controller pads, a USB power adapter, a power cable, and an HDMI cable. So there you go. You'll be able to plug and play and enjoy your Sega Genesis mini goodness for $80 US. Better than $100.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it looks like it actually. I don't know. I was gonna make a joke about the PlayStation Mini, but you know what? No, that's too easy. It's too easy.
It is.
Next up, we have some big news coming from Polygon. Borderlands 3 is coming. It has been announced, and now we have a release date. That's right, September the 13th. That's pretty soon.
Yeah, it is actually. When you think about it, because it's April, and it's it's right there. It really is. Like the summer flies by. Like every year, just boom. It's already back to the normalness of life. with the
Kinda,
August.
it reminds me somewhat of a few years ago when they announced Bethesda announced Fallout 4 at E3, and then it came out the fall of the same year. So this is definitely reminds me of that.
So as we were talking about at the top of the show, it's you can check it out. Apparently, it's going to be the PC version of Borderlands 3 will be exclusive to the Epic Games Store until April 2020.
Yeah, that's obviously that's gonna upset some people.
I mean, I don't know why, because all you have to do is download the store.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Obviously, the Epic Store is not as good as Steam. They
No.
don't have the features and the. It's just not as good as Steam. But at the same time, I feel like you're being kind of a baby.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot online. People are like, "I hate the Epic Store." Why? What have they done to you personally?
And I know that people are saying that there's malware on it and stuff like that. But somebody was talking about, yeah, probably every app on your computer probably has malware.
Probably. I mean, just don't go to the bad websites, people, and you won't get viruses. I mean, duh.
I don't think it's a huge deal, but it's a huge get for Epic. I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. I'm glad they got it.
I don't care one way or the other. I don't even know if I'm gonna play this or not yet.
I'll probably decide like at the end of August and be like, okay, yeah, sure, why not? But
Like, I've never beaten 2, even though I have it. I need to go back and play it.
I never
They
even
also
played
announced
2.
some of the editions that are going to be available. You have the standard edition, of course, which is going to be $60. Deluxe edition, which is going to be $80, includes the base game as well as bonus content, retro cosmetic pack, Vault Hunter head and skin, Echo device skin and weapon skin, a neon cosmetic pack, Vault Hunter head and skin, Eco device skin and weapon trinket, the Gearbox cosmetic pack, which comes with a weapon skin, weapon trinket, the Toy Box weapon pack, which comes with 2 toy guns, toy grenade mod, and weapon trinket, and then XP and loot drop boost modes. There's also the Super Deluxe Edition for $100, which includes all of that, plus the Borderlands 3 Season Pass, which includes 4 campaign DLC packs featuring new stories, missions, and challenges, and Butt Stallion weapon skin, which comes with, Butt Stallion weapon skin, weapon trinket, and grenade mod. I hope everyone understands what I said there. And then finally, the Borderlands 3 Diamond Loot Chest Collector's Edition for $250.
For $250, they better give me a real life claptrap that'll make me toast and butter it.
So let's see if that's what it comes with. It includes the full game season pass and all bonus digital content and pre-order bonus of the Super Deluxe Edition plus Diamond Loot Chest replica, Borderlands 3 character figurine times 10.
What?
Jeez. Including the 4 new Vault Hunters, the Calypso twins, and other characters from Borderlands universe, approximately 3 inches tall. So they might give you one. A Sanctuary 3 snap model, Vault Key keychains, 4 of those, Cloth Galaxy map, character art lithographs, character prints starring the new Vault Hunters and Calypso twins, and a Borderlands 3 steelbook case. And that is the last time I am ever going to read that crap out again. Holy crap.
That's a lot of stuff. Man, that is insane.
We just lost half of our listeners with me reading that garbage out.
I agree. Let's get them back on track with this Best Buy leak. So,
Dude, this is actually huge if this is true.
IGN wrote an article about this Best Buy leak. I honestly thought it was going to come from Canada, Walmart, because they gave us some great leaks in the past. But I'm sure that person lost their job, so whoever's leaking this stuff from Best Buy, thank you. So apparently there was a listing on Best Buy for Persona 5, Metroid Prime Trilogy, and a Link to the Past for Switch.
And this is all on Switch, yeah, exactly.
And that would be awesome. I probably should
That would be insane.
I probably should be more excited for the Persona 5 than I am the Metroid Prime Trilogy, but Metroid Prime
I
on
own
Switch.
Persona 5 on the PlayStation. So,
That's true, yeah.
I never played the Prime games for some reason.
Me neither. So I was like, Metroid Prime on Switch? That sounds awesome. So you can, if the tweet's still up, let me check. It should still be up. Yep. Thank you, internet. It is still up. So it, according to this screenshot, which this person took, or it's a picture of his computer screen because it's anyway. So you can buy Persona 5, Best Buy. He labeled it Best Buy Persona 5 Switch. So it's just a listing for Persona 5 Nintendo Switch for $59.99, and there's a little pre-order available. So it looks like you'd be able to get it. He added it to his cart, and he went through all the stuff, shipping and whatever else, and then the premium supplier, Nintendo of America Inc., yada yada. So he gave the details, but apparently the largest leak is the Metroid Prime trilogy. So there was also a tweet going out for this, and I believe from a different Twitter user. Yeah. So the first one was from...
The first one came from Mystic Distance, and it seems the other one came from Wario64.
Thank you. Yes. On top of Persona 5 Switch being in the Best Buy employee system, there's also a listing for Metroid Prime for the Nintendo Switch. So it's just a screen cap, and it just says Metroid Prime Trilogy, and it shows the model and the SKU number, and he goes on to... and then he also tweets about the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for Switch. And he's like, I'm not making any of this up. It's literally already on Best Buy system, so it's not a mistake. And it's not like someone can, just put anything they want to the Best Buy system. I would assume 99% if it's in Best Buy's inventory system.
No, but they might could possibly make their own render. Something like that.
That's also a good point. So I'd say take this with a grain of salt.
Wario 64 has gotten some stuff right in the past, so take it with a grain of salt, obviously. But this is massive if this is true. Obviously,
yeah, exactly. I really hope this happens. More so the Metroid Prime trilogy and the Persona. But a lot of people have Nintendo Switches, and
Persona has been rumored to come to the Switch for a while. I don't know how much of that is actual rumor. And
I could definitely see that happening.
What?
I could definitely see that happening because Joker, that's the character's name, right, is going to be in Smash.
The main character.
So I could definitely see that happening. Why wouldn't they put it on Switch?
The reason would be it's exclusive to Sony, and it might not be legal for them to put it on Switch.
That's a good point. I forget about legality sometimes. So, speaking of legal stuff, US Gamer gave us an article talking about how Epic Games...
Moving right through, huh?
Yeah, just... I guess we could touch on the Link to the Past a little bit before I just blaze on into this next article.
Just left like a Ghost Rider type trail of fire, just all over Link to the Past.
I'm sorry, Link to the Past. I did not mean to disrespect you like that.
Awakening, excuse me.
Exactly, I did not mean to disrespect that game like that. I think that'd be great. There's a lot of people that love Breath of the Wild and got into Zelda because of that, but they might not have gone back and played the older...
it is a Link to the Past. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, correct. It is Link to the Past. But like I was saying, there's a lot of people that gotten into the Legend of Zelda fandom, and they've only played Breath of the Wild. They haven't gone back and played these awesome games that Link and Zelda have been through, their older adventures, and experienced the things and memories they've gone through, which... I think there's some awesome gems back there. I love them.
Some of the best games of all time.
So, Wind Waker and Four Swords.
Wind Waker. I wish that they would release Wind Waker on the Switch.
That'd be great. I want them to do Four Swords. I really like that game a lot.
I like that game too. It's not one of my favorites, but I will say I did enjoy it quite a bit.
I can't remember if I played Wind Waker or not. Maybe I did. But part of me thinks I really didn't.
Well, you didn't have a GameCube, did you?
That's true. No, I did never play it. I need to put that on my list.
How did you play Four Swords? Because that's also a GameCube game.
I got it on my 3DS.
What?
Yeah, it was.
It's Four Swords on 3DS.
Isn't Four Swords that? Maybe I'm thinking of a different Zelda game. Let me look it up.
Didn't you say you had a friend that had a GameCube? Maybe played it on that.
Maybe.
There was a Four Swords on the Game Boy Advance.
That's the one I got because I have an Ambassador 3DS.
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and Four Swords is an action.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
So it's like a combo pack of some sort. Okay.
Yeah. So I got that because the 3DS I got was a Ambassador 3DS where you got free games for a while, and that was one of them. So
interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. So I forgot all the details about it, but because they don't do it anymore. But basically, for X, if you were within this number of people that had the 3DS within the certain amount of time, you got put into the Ambassador program, and they like linked it to your 3DS, and then you would get free games every so often, like Ice Climbers. It was digital releases through the eShop, sort of like how they do the Nintendo free games with Nintendo Online now. But basically, it was just you have this system. It was like an early adapter thing. Like you got a 3DS during this time, you can here's some rewards for buying a 3DS early on, sort of a thing.
I see.
That's what it was.
All right. Well, let's move on to some Epic Store news coming from US Gamer. Epic. Oh, listen. I always knock my mic. At least twice. I think that's twice.
You hate your mic so much. Just punch your mic.
Okay, so Epic Games CEO says games already available on Steam can still sign up as Epic Games Store exclusives.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, I had to put this in there because this is so weird. So apparently, Tim Sweeney tweeted out, "We've had a lot of discussions about this since GDC, the Gamer Development Conference. Epic is open to continuing to sign funding / exclusivity deals with willing developers and publishers regardless of their previous plans or announcements around Steam." End quote. It's like, what? That doesn't...
See, this is the kind of stuff that's going to get people... Me, as someone who is fine with the Borderlands 3 exclusivity, at least from what I've heard I am. I don't know if I'm okay with this.
So when US Gamer asked Sweeney to clarify, he tweeted, quote, "At GDC, Steve Allison said, quote, 'We don't ever want to do that again,' end quote," when they were talking about the Metroid Exodus controversy. This prompted further discussions at Epic, leading to the realization that these calls must be up to the developers and publishers, that Epic wouldn't tell them no on account of existing statements made about Steam, end quote.
Okay, that's...
It's one of those where I feel like I get why Epic's doing it.
But they want to get all these games on their stores so people will come to their store.
Exactly, but part of me it still feels kind of dirty.
Oh yeah, I would agree. Dude, did you hear about? There was a story. I think it was the guy who made XCOM had a Kickstarter game, and he promised GOG and Steam keys to the people who backed it, and they Epic got him to sign an exclusive deal with them.
What?
So the people that were going to get GOG and Steam keys are now forced to get Epic Store keys.
Oh my.
And he said in 1 year, you'll be able to get Steam and GOG keys.
What? Actual...
That's actually not okay.
Wow. Man. That's stinky stupid.
Yeah, that's a douchebag move is what that is.
That's the most polite way I can say that, too, because I'll just go off on a rant. That is not okay.
No, that is not okay. That is like you promised. That's like, now we're to the point, I mean, I guess you never know if you can trust Kickstarter people or not. But
Exactly, and that's what I was gonna tying into what you just said. That's where I was gonna go because Kickstarter and Indiegogo, those things are either really good experiences or really sketchy experiences.
yeah, I haven't. I used to do a lot of Kickstarters, but I've fallen off for the past few years now. I don't think I've backed anything in probably 3 years.
The last thing I backed it was this hot sauce that our friend told us about, and I got my hot sauce, but he didn't. And I was just like, what the crap? And he's like, I emailed them and they said they sent it to me, but I never got it. So just whatever. And I was like, what the crap, man? Like we paid like $30 to get this special. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like, man, it's a crappy feeling. Cause it's like, I want to support you. I want to help you. And then it's like, nah, you guys got to download Epic, you know?
Yeah, I did. That's so gross. That's just so gross to me. It's still gonna be you can get a refund for it. And when I first heard that, I was thinking to myself, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people were just like, screw you, give me my money back.
Exactly. And Kickstarters, I want to say they're pretty good with giving people their money back, but honestly, I don't know. I've never had to.
Well, it's up to him, I think. I don't think it's up to Kickstarter.
I honestly don't know. So if you pledged on that campaign and you want to get your money back,
gross.
we hope you get your money back if you're one of those
They're
people.
slimy. That really is.
Ugh, that makes me feel gross. Ugh.
Yeah, that guy should be ashamed of himself.
Man, speaking of things that are kind of sad but also kind of gross, Game
Is
Informer.
this gross? I didn't actually read this story. This is the story I didn't read.
So
I just read the headline.
I was just saying it's gross because I'd feel kind of goopy and nasty if my body was made out of meat. So Game Informer wrote an article about Super Meat
your
Boy.
body is made out of meat.
I mean, just meat. Like if I didn't have
Ever think
skin,
about that? That's kind of a gross thought.
it is made out of meat, huh? I mean, the Super Meat Boy doesn't have any skin. Like it's just
That is
meat.
true.
He's like a meatball, or
A meat square.
yeah, there
I
you
would
go.
say.
So, Super Meat Boy Forever will miss the April release date. Man, what the crap? So, at Super Meat Boy on Twitter put, we're almost done, but not quite there. And then they tweeted a picture. Trash can people, would you mind please keeping quiet while dumping the trash? Because I am podcasting. Thank you. So, okay, I'm going to come out there if you don't shut up.
I don't hear him. Let me listen.
You might not be able to
I
hear
don't
it.
hear him.
Okay. Now it doesn't matter. They said we're almost there, not quite done. Means we will not hit our April 2019 release. Sorry about that. We could have sacrificed our minds, bodies, and social lives to make the April 2019, but that's
Dude,
stupid.
why didn't you?
Exactly. Team Meat isn't some studio owned by an evil A-hat corporation that has say over what we do and how we do it. We are fortunate enough to have control over how we work, and we choose not to run ourselves into the ground. Game delays blow. We know, but we're close, so it shouldn't be long of a delay. The next trailer will drop. We will have a concrete release date, but until then, we're officially launching, quote, after, but not too far after April 2019. This past weekend, we were telling this to the attendees at PAX East, and everyone we told was really cool about it. So we're just going to assume they speak for everyone on the internet and say thank you for understanding and being cool with this delay. Love, Team Meat, XOXO, kiss emoji.
Okay, that's fine with me. I like Super Meat Boy, but I mean, I would rather make them, I would rather them delay the game and it be good than them try to push it out and it not be good.
Exactly. I'm fine with that.
That's really all the story is. Just,
Yep.
I guess it sucks, but what are you gonna do?
Yep. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Did you play the original Super Meat Boy? Are you at all interested in this?
I honestly think I played 1 or 2 levels, then I was like, nah, it's not for me.
I don't think I'm gonna get it. I think I'll just continue to play the original.
Yeah, I think I own the original on something. I'm sure I got it for free somewhere because that game has been given away for free so many times. I'm sure I own it on somewhere.
So this next piece of news is coming from US Gamer. Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are both going to be getting VR updates for Labo 1 week after, or no, almost 2 weeks after actually. The Labo comes out, or Labo VR, comes out on the 25th or the 24th of this month. What do you think of this? It looks like Mario Odyssey is not going to be fully playable. It's going to be like bite-sized levels, but from what I can tell, it looks like the entire game of Breath of the Wild is going to be playable.
I think this will help push the units. So if you don't have VR, or obviously if you're going to get it, you can get the VR starter set, which includes the cardboard VR goggles and the blaster for $39.99 US. But you can also get a collection of everything Labo VR for $79.99, which honestly, honestly, to me, I think that's a better deal. Yeah. Am I going to get it? No way. No, thank you.
I don't care about this Labo. I don't care about Labo at all.
But I know a lot of people, this is going to be a really cool experience for them. They are going to really enjoy playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I will say that in the little video that's on this article, it does say you do not have to make a new save file to enjoy Breath of the Wild in VR. It's just an option thing you can do. So
That's nice.
I do understand why they wouldn't do, why it's probably harder for them to do Odyssey, the whole thing in VR. So it is nice they did give us a little, they did give us something rather than just, here, look at this landscape or this.
It's interesting that you're going to be able to play the whole game of Breath of the Wild in VR, though.
I feel like maybe they might have planned that from the start, honestly. They might have known VR was coming out, and they might have just made it to where it just works with it. So
I think if it's got something to do with like the movement, or like maybe they think Mario will make you sick or something. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Honestly, like I don't want to spin up around and do weird stuff as my voice acts up again. I'm still fighting that stupid decongestant nasal mumbo jumbo.
You're gonna die? Is that what's happening?
Probably. I mean, I might die live and on
live?
the podcast.
Is this live? Oh
no,
my gosh.
No, it's not. It's not live. It's gonna be edited and processed and sent out like a nice grilled cheese. So
these metaphors and similes that you throw out are just actually perfect. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I think this is cool. People with children or people that enjoy VR that aren't children, maybe they're children at heart. I'm sure you'll enjoy this. Check it out if you're interested in it. This next article is going to come from Polygon. It's going to be talking about the Division 2 launches its first raid on April 25th. Operation Dark Hours. So, and we might be fighting for an airplane, which would be kind of awesome.
I guess maybe we can actually play this.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I have been thinking, I was like, I need to play some more of the Division. I was like, I don't want to play.
I've been wanting to for weeks. I just
exactly.
Haven't been,
we just haven't been able to.
I've been so busy. I think we both have.
Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, there was apparently a big update. I honestly don't know anything about it, but apparently it's called Tidal Basin. It comes out. Actually, it's already out. Sorry. Apparently
it already came out.
Came out the 5th of April. So the Tidal Basin update introduces World 5 Tier, which no clue what that is. A new stronghold.
World Tier 5. I don't know what that means either.
Exactly. A new stronghold, a competitive multiplayer map, 2 new exotic weapons, and the first 3 gear sets in the Division 2. Massive will deploy the patch live to servers on April 5th. Obviously, you're listening to this after April 5th, so, just make sure you update everything, and it should be good to go. But apparently, based on the footage in the video, Operation Dark Hours may take place on the tarmac of the Washington, D.C. airport. And like we said, it is going to launch on the 25th, so it looks kind of cool. Maybe we'll be able to fight some people over an airplane, and that would definitely give us a big advantage to saving Washington, D.C. So that'd be cool.
I kind of want to try this title-based thing too. So
Exactly.
looks like the Division 2 is going to be. We already knew that it was going to be supported, but it looks like it's going to be some actually interesting things.
So there's no specific release date for the game's fourth specialization, but it's tied to the first episode of the Year 1 Pass, which Massive has scheduled for this summer. So just like Ryan said, it's going to be supported for a while, and if you got the game, I'm pretty sure that you get the first year of updates free.
Yeah, you do. You do.
So I think that's awesome. I really enjoyed playing this game with Ryan. It's just a really fun game. Like, hey, there's enemies over there. Let's go shoot them. And we just kind of relax and chat. It's not like, okay, hey, my ultimate's ready, this and that. It's just, and we both get to play the way we want, which is great. I'm using like a little rolling ball that's like a grenade, and like I think I just unlocked a drone last time we played, and that guy's kind of cool. So it's a really enjoyable game. So if you have some friends, or even if you want to play it by yourself, I've heard it's a good experience by yourself as well. I'd say check out the Division 2, and you can also save Washington, D.C.
Do you care about this next bit of news? Do you think we should cover it?
I was like 50-50 on it, because it's one of those things where we might have some people in that demographic or geographical area is the better word.
Yeah.
So I figured it's just a quick little breeze. Hey, this is a thing. There you go.
Okay, we can talk about it then.
Okay. So this next piece of news is coming from Eurogamer. Xbox Live subscriptions in the UK are getting a price hike for next month. And apparently, you might be asking why? It's to, quote, address changing market conditions. I think that's just their way of saying they want more money. So according to emails sent to Xbox Live Gold members throughout the day, May 8th, we'll see a 12-month subscription raise from, they use pounds, right? £39.99 to £49.99, while monthly subscription increase from $5.99 to $6.99. 3-month subscription will be getting a price hike as well from $14.99 to $17.99. But the 6-month membership will stay the same at $29.99.
I think that might be euros.
That makes more sense, because yes, let's go with euros because it looks like an E, and I think pounds are a different symbol. So if you live, if you have Xbox Live and you're across Europe, this is why they said
this is just in UK, not Europe.
Thank you. I was combining what I read out of this quote with the title. Anyway, let me just read up this follow-up statement, and it'll explain everything much better than my craziness can. Quote, to ensure gamers have consistent pricing for Xbox Live across Europe, quote, we're making changes to the UK pricing from May 8th. This new pricing is aligned to the changes we're making in the region that we made in the region in 2016, as we strive to offer our members premium gaming and entertainment services at a fair price, end quote. So, sure, why not? I'm sorry that people in the UK have to pay more money.
Yeah, Netflix is raising its prices too, so.
Exactly. Man, everybody's just trying to get your pennies. Pinch your pennies, so maybe you, I don't know. Maybe they'll do good things with this money, hopefully, and it'll make for a better experience in the UK.
It sounds like they're just trying to align the prices with the prices across Europe.
Exactly. So, there's definitely going to be changes coming for Microsoft in the future, with probably a diskless environment, and especially with the stuff they're trying to do with Microsoft, with Xbox Live and Game Pass. So, they definitely seem like they're doing some good things, and I'm sure they'll make everything good for most people. This next one, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like it should already have been a thing. I don't know why it's not a thing yet, but it's a thing now.
What is the thing?
So the thing is, So this new controller that's coming out is going to have a headset jack, which I don't know why the Pro controller doesn't have. But apparently, this new crazy controller is just gonna have a headphone jack, which is from Vixion. The new controller exists, obviously from the company Vixion, which provides the development tools necessary for Fortnite's in-game chat for Switch, and you can get it on Amazon.
No, I'm sorry for interrupting. Vivox is not the people making the controller.
Thank you.
PDP is making the controller. Vivox is providing the development tools to make in-game chat available on Switch.
Thank you for the correction. Before I went down a deep, dark hole of lying and confusion, because that's what would have happened. So, for those of you that aren't familiar, there's no Switch. The only way you can actually have voice chat is to use their stupid, ugly, terrible mobile app.
Not every game is like this. Fortnite, you can talk in-game in Fortnite, for example.
Exactly. So, but other games like Splatoon and different games like that, you got to use their stupid app, which is, I hate that thing. So, apparently, what they're calling the Face Off Deluxe Plus is going to have a 3.5 millimeter audio jack on the lower edge of the controller. So think like PS4 controller. You can just plug in your headphones, and which is great. I want the Pro controller to have that. I still haven't picked up a Pro controller. Also, I haven't had a reason to pick up a Pro controller yet. But I really wish there should be a jack in the Pro controller.
That was a little silly about this kind of stuff.
There are. You can control the volume from the controller. There's two programmable buttons, and PDP even included an interchangeable faceplate. So, you can make it look how you want to look. It's going to be, how much is it going to be? It's only going to be $24.99 compared to the $70 you pay for the Pro controller, which doesn't offer the same headset and chat functionality. So you may be able to, you're able to purchase the Face Off Deluxe Plus at some point in May with the red camo and purple camo color options available.
It is wired, by the way. It's not wireless.
Correct. So, if you're playing Fortnite, excuse me, and you want some voice chat so you can communicate with your squad better, I definitely say this is for you. Check it out.
I'm not... Hold on.
Okay.
You can remember you can play Fortnite's like one of the only games that you can already that you don't need this for.
That's true. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Oh dang! I gotta cut that. That was a nasty loud cough.
Yeah. Okay. You can cut that last part out. So if you trying to play some Splatoon or Smash or something. Maybe, I don't know actually if Smash would work, but if you're trying to play a multiplayer game besides Fortnite and you want to have some in-game chat, maybe this controller will be for you.
Exactly. I really wish sometimes I could just smack talk to some of the people I play Smash with, even though I haven't played it in a long, long time. But maybe this will get me back into it if
Joker,
I can be like...
Well, when he comes out as a fighter, I feel like that's what's going to bring me back in.
Yeah, maybe I should get back on there and become a Piranha Plant main. Because that's a thing that people sometimes do. Apparently, PlayStation Store is gonna have a refund policy now, though, and I feel like they should have done this a long time ago. But apparently,
I thought about this. I didn't even really like at all.
Well, I was just thinking how there's one on Steam, and I guess that's it. I guess that's the only place that I would actually want a return policy sort of a thing for digital stuff. This comes from GameSpot, by the way. So, according to the new store cancellation policy, you can cancel a digital purchase within 14 days of purchasing it and receive a refund as long as you haven't begun to download it or stream it already. So, those are the two things. Don't download it, don't stream it. If you've already started to use it, The content must be faulty to obtain a refund. Pre-orders can be canceled and refunded anytime before the release or within 14 days after payment was taken for your pre-order, even if the release date has passed, with the same restrictions. Finally, the same policy will apply to season passes and promotional bundles.
So this isn't exactly like Steam, which lets you, I think, get a refund if you have played like less than 2 hours of the game or something.
Exactly. So, side note: this only applies to consumables ordered directly through PlayStation Store, since purchasing through a game itself delivers the content immediately and therefore isn't eligible for a refund. It also suggests turning off automatic downloads if you think you may need a refund on a pre-order, since automatically downloading it when it's available will make you ineligible as well.
Yeah, subscription services like PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, and Spotify Premium can be refunded within 14 days, even if the subscription has started, but the refund amount could be pro rata for the time you've already had it. So I'm guessing if you've had it a certain amount of days, you might get less of a refund.
Exactly. So I think it's a good thing for people that are kind of like hype train pre-order, like me sometimes, and then you're like, why did I pre-order this? I
You
don't.
see the pre-orders or you see the reviews, and you're like, oh.
Exactly. For all of you, yep, for all of you that have gotten Generation Zero and downloaded it and played it, I'm sorry. You can't get your $40 back. I'm so glad I waited for reviews on that. Oh my gosh, I wanted that game to be good, but it's bad.
Well, that company has made really good games in the past. I think they made Just Cause and
yeah, I had trust in them, but man, they couldn't do it. They failed. So I think this is a good thing. I like it.
Yeah.
Good for Sony. Took them long enough. But that's really it for all the news. We got some deals for you though. So for those of you that are in the EU, there's a PlayStation Spring Sale going on. Just check it out. Open up your app on your phone. If you have the PlayStation app, you can just download stuff right to your PS4 or your PS3 or your Vita. You can just sync it right on up there if you're on work or whatever. Or you can just, open up your PS4 and do that the same thing, which is great. I really wish the sale was going on in the U.S., but, we have tons of sales all the time. So, what else? The Witness is free on the Epic Store.
This is weird because this was just free on PlayStation.
Exactly. I think I got it on PlayStation as well, so I have 2 copies. So, why not? I guess I'll maybe play this game in the future when there's a dry spell of games. What else? Let's see. Free Switch online games for April. So this is going to be available on April 10th. It's going to be Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, Punch Out.
I never played that.
Me neither. Punch Out and Star Soldier.
All right. So, interesting.
Not bad. And then finally, the free Twitch Prime games for April. It's going to be Her Story, Interspace, Joggernauts, and Keep in Mind Remastered. So if you have Amazon Prime and you haven't linked it to Twitch, you definitely should. They give you tons of free stuff. That's the only reason I'm keeping Amazon Prime, because I don't really order a lot of stuff from them, and I don't really care for their video service. So, but Twitch Prime is pretty great. So check it out if you have either one of those services, and download the Epic Store, because why not? They give you free games, and free stuff is usually good. It's usually nice to get free stuff, especially free video games, because you never know. Sometimes there's a dry spell and you want something to play, and there you go. Now you got a backlog. So that's really it for the show. This is almost our anniversary from when we released the first episode on April 10th. It's crazy. We've been doing this a year.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's kind of mind blowing, but it's been an adventure. We launched a show, had a website, did some Twitch, did 2 different shows, back to 1 show.
I like how, I don't know, our trajectory has been very, very strange.
It is,
It's been a roller
But
coaster for sure.
it has.
We both appreciate all the support we've been getting lately. Thank you for all the downloads and everything.
Yeah, thank you for telling your friends, your families, your grandma, and everything like that. I mean, you too can tell your enemies, and you know you might make a friend over it. You might be like, listen, man,
Maybe
I know I've been.
somebody will listen to the show, hate it, but guess what? That's still a download.
I was gonna go the route of, you know, that guy that's been breaking your nose at least once a month. Tell him about the show, and then maybe you can hate the show together.
And while he's listening to the show, just come up behind him and just hit him in the back of the head with a brick.
Hey, bricks are very effective. Also, crowbars.
Brick was super effective. Brick is the type that's super effective against humans. You just smash him in the back of the head. That's gonna, he's not gonna wake up. You're gonna take him that boy to the Pokemon Center.
Also, if I've learned anything from video games, just have a crowbar with you at most times. Crowbars are so effective.
Crowbars are also super effective against people.
That's what Gordon Freeman taught me, man. The free man is here. The free man has graced us with his presence. Freaking love Half-Life. Be sure to rate the show. Subscribe on whatever podcast service you're listening to. You can listen to the show on literally everything. If we're not there, we'll get there. We're working on getting there. We're trying to get on Pandora.
SoundCloud is our mortal enemy.
Yeah, SoundCloud, we're never going to put you guys. We're never going to put our podcast back on you. Sorry.
You got to go, but yeah, whatever you listen to it, we appreciate it. If you have an iTunes account, make sure to go to iTunes, www.whatever iTunes thing is.com. Leave 5-star, baby. Good
5-star
podcast. 5 stars.
That's all we want you to write. 5. Just put 5 stars and just put the words "good podcast." That's all.
Good podcast. Good.
Okay, we got some social media links for you. They're going to be in the description, but I'm also going to tell them to you because some people don't check the description. Twitter. The podcast Twitter is going to be One Up Me Podcast on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Aswaylock. Not going to spell it for you. It will be in the description, so you got to check it. Ryan's Twitter is at Ryan Divisions. We have an Instagram where we don't bog you down. We post stuff every once in a while. It's going to be One Up Me Gaming on there. If you want to email the show, questions, comments, concerns,
ideas, I don't know,
anything,
games,
really,
whatever.
Topics, gaming memories, you could write us a memoir about why you like a certain soundtrack of a video game. Sure, why not? It's going to be oneofmepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to support the show, which you can do by just doing word of mouth, that's the best way to support the show.
Way. Yeah. One up me. All right, cool.
There you go. Boom, done. That was a perfect example, Ryan. Thank you. But if you want to support the show with your
couldn't
muns,
see, but I was like making my hands like they were Muppets or something. Like,
okay.
Hey, waiter, listen to one up me.
There you go. I tell everybody about it. Not really. I should. But, after a while, it does get annoying. They're like, hey, you listen to our podcast? They're like, no, I didn't listen. Okay, we can't be friends anymore. So, but if you want to support the show with your muns, you can. You can go to patreon.com/oneupme and give us some muns.
Get the podcast early.
Get the podcast early and some other stuff. And
Is there other stuff?
Maybe.
At this point, I think it might just be get the podcast early.
That's true. But in the future, there might be more stuff.
No promises.
No promises, though, because, life is strange, which is a good game, apparently. You should try it out.
I need to play it.
I haven't either. Thank you to the Heatley brothers for the music, and thank you to Ryan's roommates for being quiet. I appreciate it. Thank you to my roommates for being quiet. I also appreciate it, but I don't think my roommates listen to the show. Anyway.
Mine definitely don't.
Thank you to Alicia for all your hard work. We appreciate you making these beautiful logos for us. We look forward to the other stuff we're going to do together in the future. And that's going to be it for this show. Hope you have a wonderful week. As always, stay safe and play on.